and see a black man winning and get so upset. This is generational, inspirational, integrative though. On the
notes. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's going on, man? This is Iggy, and as you guys know, this is the Private Banker Society podcast. I'm here with my guest,
Nick.
And we're waiting on Dr. Jake to finish up some business. In the meantime, what we got, Mogul?
So we have our word of the day, which is, they got me in the back, y'all. I'm sorry. But word of the day is imperious. It's an adjective meaning commanding or domineering. Despite her imperious tone, few people followed her suggestion.
So it's understood that to some extent you have to have an imperious personality and tone in order to really maneuver as a man in today's world.
Mm-hmm. I am imperious when I need to be.
You dig. What you got, Mogul?
So our hot topic of the day is basically what the show is about, is the rebrand. If anybody knows, McDonald's, one of the biggest companies of all time, they just rebranded their crispy McChicken sandwich. A real long word or phrase. They rebranded to the McCrispy.
Oh, that's cute.
Right? So they made sure that I feel like they did it the right way. In the way that they did it was they first came out with a new name, making it really simple for everybody to know. Made it stayed on brand with the Mick, and like Mick Double, Mick Nugget, Mick this, Mick that, Mick Do, McFlurry, all that stuff. They made it very easy to just fall right in line, and then they came out with two new products that went straight with it as well to make it. They forced the brand, like you have to keep saying the McCrispy chicken or McCrispy bacon chicken, something like that, but you have to keep forcing it. And I know they are going crazy on paid ads. Have you guys seen any of those ads?
Mm-mm.
Really?
Yeah, I have. However,
the McCrispy?
Yeah, but it's the McNasty as far as I'm concerned.
Well, that's you.
You
give a biased opinion because
no. Even when I was eating meat, it was unbiased at that point. But I could see. But
so what was wrong with McChicken? It was on brand.
But
it was the crispy McChicken sandwich.
Do you know why? Do you know why? I'd be willing to bet. It's because they lowered what the quality of chicken was, so it's probably against like them being able to say it's chicken.
That ain't chicken, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And the reason I say it's because like like when it comes to like the Kraft slices of cheese, they say slices because they can't say cheese because there's not enough cheese in there. So I'd be willing to bet that the amount of chicken that's in there, the amount of chicken there is not enough so they can say it's chicken, so they rebrand to the McCrispy.
Allegedly.
But allegedly.
Sure.
But I respect the branding and as far as how it was redone. It was redone professionally, and I'll be willing to bet also that was gathered through some type of conversation on social media with somebody commenting or making some content talking about it. So I rock with the rebranding as far as how they did it. But you got to pay attention to what's allegedly happening.
That's nasty.
Nasty.
I avoid the shows that like teach you about the food and stuff.
Yeah,
because
I
will not eat. I will not eat, y'all. I'll be eating a smoothie for the rest of my life. So I already know that would be detrimental, and then I would be imperious on the type of food that I eat.
Yeah. So this is nothing against McDonald's, but just do your own research to understand why things are happening. But I rock with the rebrand as far as the execution of it, because when you have to rebrand, when you have to go against something that's been working as a company, as a business, that you have to accept the fact that it could come with a decrease in revenue. It could come with a loss in customers. You could come with the loss of team members or belief in culture. As far as what they believe in the products and things like that. So that is something that you do have to face in any rebrand. That is when we talk about scaling up and we talk about scaling, Dr. Jake talks about, pulling back or peeling back the scales. You got to like be in position and be open to taking a decrease when you're rebranding. So I respect the execution when it comes to like the marketing branding, because y'all know that's what it is I do. So looking at it from that perspective, I 100% understand it, respect it. I think they did a great job. And sometimes you do, as a business, as a company, you have to rebrand. You may be dealing with certain things, or it's just maybe time to take it to a new level, and you have to rebrand. I've reinvented and rebranded myself personally like a dozen times over the past 10 years. So, I completely understand it. I get it. So the execution I rock with, but y'all do your own research. You did. What we got, Mogul?
Well, we're going to go into our straight fact, which is the famous mobile behemoth Nokia started its journey as a wood mill in the Nokia city of Finland.
Didn't know that.
The brand then entered into the rubber products segment after
Interesting.
that. It took a while for them to start doing phones. Again, going back into rebranding, after, the wood mill wasn't doing its thing, they say, all right, we're going to go to rubber because rubber is a new thing. They say, okay, rubber not the right thing. And then they used that money that once was getting made off the rubber, and they joined it into, phones once phones became a thing.
Yeah. I 100% rock with it, because this is a lot about what Dr. Jake and I talk about in our new book, Buy, Build, Sell, and Repeat. Right, Dr. Jake, we got a clip that he was talking very passionately about that went viral, where he's talking about your kids don't want your business. And so when we look at Nokia, understanding what's going on in the marketplace, they had a business. It started off, what did you say, a wood mill? Yeah,
wood mill.
So wood mill, they leveraged, what they were able to create with there, the revenue that they were able to create there, and then bought into other industries. The rubber industry was next. I believe that's what you said. Mm-hmm. And then went from there into just a cell phone. But even with cell phones and the first Nokia phones, the keypad was rubber. So I'm sure that it's some sort of vertical integration that they were utilizing through acquisitions to be able to rebrand or grow their portfolio. I will have to do more research to specifically understand what their strategy and how they move. But based on what it is, it sounds like in their brand, they took the profits, they took the revenue and the cash flow from their first business, and they leveraged that to acquire other businesses, whether that be distribution, whether that be manufacturing, whether that be the people who went out and gathered the material to be manufactured, whatever that was. They transitioned into the rubber, and then from there transitioned into the just cell phone business. But I'm sure there was a vertical integration, and that was through acquisitions. That's what Dr. Jake and myself talk about when it comes to buy, build, sell, and repeat. Leveraging your first business, building up what it is you want to do, but taking that cash flow, not using that to splurge, but using that to be able to acquire other businesses, acquire other assets. They can either transition you into another industry or build up that current business, because you hear a lot about, you're working in your business, but at some point you got to start working on your business. Right. And you work on your business by understanding what the good and the bad is. Good and the bad is understanding your suitability score, how suitable your company is, how healthy your company is, where your weaknesses are by departments, and what you need to strengthen. And then moving off that, you can go and start, making acquisitions or position yourself to sell. And that sounds exactly like what Nokia did to stay relevant as a brand, but understand the different times that we're in, what was needed, and made acquisitions and or mergers and potentially sales to be able to transition and grow in these industries. So I think, Nokia is still around. It was the first cell phone that I had, playing Snake on. So the
pioneers.
You feel me? I rock with them, and the fact that they were able to navigate the space as a brand to still find a way to be relevant throughout the times, going from wood to lumber from wood to rubber, and then into the technology space. I think that they did what they had to do to stay relevant, for sure. Mm-hmm. For sure.
And it's crazy because you never know where you're going to end up as a business.
Right.
You can start doing one thing and then you end up just doing the complete opposite. And that's okay in business. Don't get stuck on what you're doing. Just use that first business that you start as a catalyst.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And then your mind's going to open. You're going to become... You're going to get presented with new opportunities and maybe a different space you want to be in. And you're just forever evolving, forever growing. So definitely glad that y'all are launching this book. Because I know I'm going to need me a copy. I need to read that. 3 times and make sure that I'm doing the right thing.
So for those of you who don't know, on April 20th through the 24th, myself and Dr. Jake are teaching live, going in depth with the content of this book and giving you more context. And that 4-day live right now, you can go to buybuildsellrepeat.com and be able to purchase your ticket to that 4-day live. Currently, right now, I think it's still $187. I know that price is increasing very soon, and it will get to the full price of $297. But the thing is, with purchasing access to the 4 days, you do get a digital copy of the new book absolutely free before it hits the market, before people can go and start ordering off different platforms. You get access to it absolutely free, included with your purchase to the 4-day live event. And again, that's buybuildsellrepeat.com. So I like that, Mogul. Those were some good ones. Yeah. I know that the meat of the show, what we really, what people's favorite part is the business analysis. But, Dr. Jake handling big business right now.
Yes, sir.
So what else you got for us, Mogul?
So we got one of your favorites, which is smash or pass.
Smitty, smash or pass.
And today we're going to be talking about being as a beginner investor. Do you believe in investing in cryptocurrency?
I'm 100% advocate. I am pro crypto, 1,000% pro crypto. For those of you who don't know, myself and 2 of my best friends, Slice IX and J Crypto, we started a community and a movement called the Biggest Crypto Play Ever, where we educated people first and foremost on the basics of blockchain and crypto. Right, we focus on helping people understand the dynamic of the blockchain and the technology of the blockchain and the power of that, and how crypto was a benefactor of that technology. Show people how to use their wallets, how to transfer crypto, how to leverage smart contracts to be able to earn crypto and stop buying crypto. I'm not an advocate of buying crypto. So, when we talk about investing in crypto, I believe in, starting with a small amount where you take and you buy crypto with your fiat money, or you transfer your cash into crypto, and then leveraging that crypto to implement in the blockchain and crypto space to start earning crypto. I'm not somebody that's going to tell you, make sure you get this coin, get that coin, make sure you get that token, this token dropping. That's not me. I've had my own personal experience, and from my own personal experience, I refuse to just teach people or tell people about coins and that's it, without education. So I'm absolutely a huge fan of cryptocurrency based on where we are now, based on the possibilities, and based on the future of where we're going. Because even when we talk about, we've in our past episodes, we've talked about the central currency and Fed now and different payments. And we're talking about going to a digital currency, which will be a mimic of crypto for a currency nationally. They're taking aspects of the blockchain and crypto and utilizing it for their own benefit from a controlling aspect. But understanding crypto, understanding that how to utilize crypto, that you can use crypto globally, no matter what the token is, whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's Litecoin, whether it's Ethereum, whether it's Tron, whether it's any other cryptocurrency. You want to do your own research on it to make sure that it's valid. It has valid use cases. It has things that they built around it, and they have an ecosystem that has a future, have a roadmap that actually makes sense. It's something that you believe in. Right, you want to take this into consideration the same way you would any other investment. Right, doing your due diligence on. But I'm a big fan of crypto. 1,000% pro crypto.
Now, for myself, I'm not as educated when it comes to crypto, but I do know that when Bitcoin first started, one of my friends was like, "Bro, you just need $100, just invest in Bitcoin, and it's gonna be something, I promise." And I was like, "Bro, get out of my face."
Right.
Boy, am I sad today. I mean, I do have Bitcoin now, but like on the late train, so I'm definitely going to say smash. I feel like we are moving into that area. And if the government's already doing it, whether you're aware or not, because there's not like a major announcement, right? The news didn't make it public. It is a public information. You can go find out. Right. But if the government is making moves to do so, and you see different countries replacing their currency with crypto, I think it was El Salvador who is now doing Bitcoin. I mean, you really have to consider and at least start getting educated so you can be prepared for what's to come.
Yeah.
You know.
And you know, when we talk about cryptocurrency, if we look at the history of just Bitcoin when it comes to the relationship with the US government, you know, they called it a scam. They was like, you don't need to invest into it, and this is not going to last. It's just a trend. It's just a fad. Drove prices down, and then they came back around and were some of the biggest and still some of the biggest investors in the cryptocurrency. The technology that supports it, the blockchain technology. If y'all don't get nothing else that I say when it comes to cryptocurrency, understand blockchain technology. That is what allows it to be powered. That's like you having a website and you thinking that your website is only powered by the colors and the buttons on there, not understanding that there is a technology that powers that. Like what you do and what people see on your website, what people see on Facebook, on Instagram, social media, that's powered by underlying technology.
So what is the blockchain?
The blockchain is essentially a ledger. It's an irrevocable ledger. So it basically is a data storage point, and it keeps track of transactions. So on the blockchain, every transaction that's ever happened on any blockchain, that transaction is there. If I know your wallet address, I can go see all your transactions on the blockchain that you've done with that particular wallet. If you transfer money and
you send it to someone,
if you send it, that transaction is recorded on the blockchain. So it's privacy from the aspect that there's no names, emails, no personal information attached to that transaction. But if I'm aware of what your wallet number is, of course, I can see that. But you don't have to have things in one wallet, and you can airdrop and different things like that to kind of minimize like the tracking. But it keeps track of that. And then also when I say irrevocable, so if that transaction happens, it continues to build on top of that. And so I can't go back and change this transaction. If I change, it's like if I change the past, I change the future at the same time. So it would have to change. So by the time a hacker could actually hack one block on a blockchain, which is a block of data, it's already got 10 new blocks ahead of that. And so you have to then hack all of those.
You can't catch up.
You can't catch up. It's impossible. At this point, there's nobody been able to do it, figure it out, supercomputers, none of that. But it's literally a data system. So it allows transactions to be transparent as far as a transaction. It allows you to be able to transact with anybody. If I got your Bitcoin wallet address, I can send you Bitcoin. I can send you whatever crypto it is, wallet address I have, no matter where you are in the world. The transaction is going to be the transaction. So on a Tron blockchain particularly, I can send $1 million worth of Tron to you, and you can get it in less than 2 seconds, less than a second, whether you send right next to me or if you were in $10.7.
Yeah.
The transaction is going to be the same, and that's between me and you. That's no different than me giving you cash.
Right.
I give you cash, that's between me and you. That transaction between me, so that eliminates the need for the banking institutions. You can manage your own self now. With much is given, much is required. So you own all of your stuff. Mm-hmm. If you lose access to your account, ain't no support number you can call, right. Ain't none of that. You have full and total control over that.
Yeah.
But again, with that full control, nobody can say like your money gotta go here. Well, when it comes for example, hypothetically. When it comes to taxes, crypto, it's a thing because I can't like auto draft crypto from your account. It's not possible. Yeah. So if they be like, okay, these are the taxes, what it is and what they're going towards. If I don't want to support the war and whatever, I don't have to pay that tax, and you can't make me pay that tax.
Because it's crypto.
Because it's crypto, and I choose where it is, and there's no banking institution in the middle.
Yeah.
So those are some of the things that when it provides freedom to like the individual. That's why I'm a big proponent, because it provides a different level of freedom when you truly understand the blockchain, when you understand crypto. Getting out of the, I can transfer cash over there and it's going to go up and I'm going to make a whole bunch of money and blah, blah. No, cool, great. But understanding that this is a currency and I never have to transfer back to fiat if I don't want to. There are businesses that only take crypto.
Right.
There are businessmen who only transact in crypto, and there are a lot of people who are now offering incentives that if you pay with crypto, then you get a discount because you're paying in crypto. If you go to Florida, you can, especially in Southern Florida, Miami, you can pretty much any business you walk into, you have a crypto payment option. Mm-hmm. We walk in, we go to our little spot up here with the fish, you know, where you had the wings and stuff from. When you first walk in, you know, it's a little convenient, so small. We walk in, the ATM machine is a Bitcoin ATM machine. This is where it is we're going, and the more we get closer we get to this central banking digital currency, the more you're going to see crypto spike and increase, and more people adopt it. Even right now, since they've been talking about it, you can see a change in the price of crypto. More people are shifting assets over there because it's just
it's like, I mean, I'm not saying to take your money out of your savings.
I'm not saying nothing. I am not a financial advisor.
Right, exactly. But it sounds like if you got extra money, like it'd be a good thing to do.
Yeah,
you know,
because you can on the blockchain, you can borrow against your crypto. You got 50,000 in Bitcoin, you can borrow against it. Some, you know, if you're playing the banking game in fiat, that's an asset. Mm-hmm. So you can borrow against that, and it's tax free. That whole play that we talk about when it comes to assets, and you hear people talking about leveraging assets to be able to move. Crypto is an asset. It's a currency, but it's also an asset that you can be able to utilize, move forward. So I'm a big fan about that. I know I was long and drawn out, Mogul, but
no, I'm over here learning. So I'm
a big
glad.
fan of crypto.
Sorry about that, Mogul.
No, y'all good. I was learning too.
You know what I'm saying? But we all learning. Each one teach one.
I was gonna say, you know, if you guys passed it, what would you do to actually earn crypto rather than buying it? Because I've heard, I think you say one time before about you don't buy like the dollars you get. So like, how would you go about earning crypto?
So, simplest way is you have a business, you start accepting crypto payments. That's one way. So you selling products, services, whatever, you start taking crypto payment options. Now you're earning crypto. Second way is if you transfer that initial investment amount, that initial cash, and convert it into crypto. There is a bunch of different protocols. When I say protocols, different smart contracts. When I say smart contract, different codes that do certain things, different pieces of technology that operate in certain ways on the blockchain, which means that once the code's put there, that's what the code is. It's a good code, it's locked in, and you can have your crypto start working for you, whether it's providing liquidity or giving your money and providing it as an asset, and you earning based off that. Like we have APY, that's a type of smart contract. Whether you have smart contracts that we utilize, where we had a product that we were selling, which was the education of crypto, and people can buy the crypto and then share it with their link as an affiliate program, where people can buy that crypto education. They be able to earn from that through the blockchain. So it's generally understanding the blockchain, understanding different protocols. It's called DeFi, or decentralized finance. Understanding what that term means, understanding what that is, looking at the decentralized platforms out there, the ones that have a big community, not just going on Google, searching DeFi and putting your money up. No, finding the ones that have a community, looking up the reviews, because it is the wild west. You need, when we had the biggest crypto play ever, the biggest thing we talked about was these three things. You need education, you need community, and then you need crypto flow. Crypto flow is essentially, on the crypto side, when we talk about cash flow, crypto flow. But you need education first, and then you need a community that you can bounce those ideas and verify things off of. The community is the biggest aspect, and then you need to be able to create a way or have a way to start earning crypto. And there's a ton of different ways inside of decentralized finance that I don't have time to go over. I gave you a few examples of some of them, but just understanding decentralized finance, understanding, you being able to, buy crypto, lend your crypto to people. The same way when we talk about lending money, you can lend your crypto to people and earn a certain amount of return on that, and a bunch of different stuff like that. So that's what I would recommend, bro.
Cool deal. All right, so we are going to go into one of my favorite parts.
Mm-hmm.
Back and fail. So, we've all played Monopoly, right?
No.
Yes.
You've never played Monopoly, bro?
No.
You haven't?
No.
Why? It didn't look exciting to you?
I understand the game conceptually, and based off that, I was like, nah.
Unbelievable.
Well, you know.
Unreal. We're going to have to play an intense game.
The white man. No, I'm just playing.
We're going to have to play Monopoly.
Wow.
There is a Rich Dad Poor Dad version, like called the Rat Race, which is Monopoly on like steroids. It's a little better to me. But
okay, let's play that.
I probably like to play.
Now you want to play
the in-home banking board game more. Shout out to Derek Grace.
All right, let's go. What's the back end fail?
So, in this Monopoly game in Belgium, turned into a bloodbath and not a figurative.
Wow. Wait, see, that's another reason not to play.
Never mind. We'll never get them to play.
That's the reason. Like, I know how to play spades, and I'm good at spades, but I don't engage in spades game, especially when it comes to our people, because it's just stuff like this.
You don't want no spades problems.
Stuff like this, shooting dice, spades, and apparently Monopoly.
Yeah,
I feel you.
But this was Belgium though, so it wasn't our people.
I know it's Monopoly. That's what I'm saying. But it was spades, and we have a conversation.
So they said after a perturbed neighbor confronted the player with a samurai sword.
What?
Yeah.
What are you talking? This is not real.
This how it goes down in Belgium?
This is not real, bro.
This occurred around 5 a.m. on April 2nd while a group of 4 gamers were playing the classic strategy game outside of on the sidewalk in Forest, Brussels. A noise reportedly awakened the neighbors, who came outside burnishing a stick at the rowdy player, who may have been homeless. The results it resulted in a heated altercation, which escalated after the son's neighbor emerged from the residence with a katana, which is a curved sword traditionally used by samurais.
This Highlander, bro.
In feudal Japan, the son got into a tussle with one of the players, who tried to grab the katana and remove it from its holster. Police said when the son tried to get it back, the scabbed he stabbed himself, cutting one of his major arteries. And the other guy kind of had some lesions on his hands because he was grabbing a sword, of course. And the son is still in critical condition in the hospital over Monopoly.
Yikes.
That's a lot to unpack, bro. That's a lot.
I'm just waiting for Monopoly to get sued for it.
Monopoly
made me do it.
Monopoly games, samurai swords, machetes, lesions, stabbings,
major arteries.
Wait a minute, bro.
Never mind. We don't have to play.
That's a back end and a front end fail right there. Over Monopoly, it's literally paper, like fake money, like paper money.
Yes, seriously.
Like it's literally like when you talk about you as a culture, we talk about people like, you got Monopoly money, bro. It ain't real. So the fact that it's genuinely some Monopoly money, so that just even worse, bro, than spades or a dice game, because it's typically most time is money involved, but this is paper money, and these kids
are we sure that
samurai swords?
Were they playing with the fake money? Because
that's what I'm questioning as well. I'm making an assumption because we don't got any clarifying details on that. So I'm assuming they were playing Monopoly with Monopoly money. Yeah.
And I'm assuming Patron was involved.
It had to be some type of oil, some type of Earl.
Unbelievable. Something was going on. Yeah, it sounded like a major back end fail.
Major fail. Not just back end. That's all in fails.
A fail all around, yep.
All the way fail.
Over some Monopoly. So now we're going to go to our last segment, and we're going to go with Nick first. Nick, what is the most important thing someone should know about when building a YouTube?
The most important thing.
Yeah.
Building a YouTube.
Because you a vet when it comes to YouTube. Like you got seniority. Seniority when it comes to that. So give just a little bit of a background of your YouTube experience as far as when you got on, so we understand where you're coming from.
Just so y'all know, I started YouTube in 2008 when YouTube was YouTube, but it wasn't like there wasn't YouTubers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you were just on YouTube doing whatever, maybe educating. Like, it was very non-vloggy. It was none of that. You
just recorded a video and posted it.
Yeah, and you were like, all right, let's see what it hit for,
Yeah.
and then voila, you found your niche or niche, whatever you want to call it. So I started in 2008, way back then. So I'm an OG YouTuber. I started doing a channel that was dedicated to the LGBTQ plus community before there was a plus, and it just got way bigger. But basically, I just utilized my channel to educate people of what the world was like from a stud's perspective. And if y'all don't know what a stud is, it's a masculine of center woman who is a person of color, most likely African American. Similar to what a butch would be for everybody else, you know. So yeah, that's what we did with our channel, and it blew up. We're at like 80,000 subscribers plus, and so I got a little bit of experience, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to YouTube. But the most important thing for me over time is consistency. And I know that's a word that it sounds like, okay, we know we got to be consistent, but it's for real. Like, you have to be consistent.
Yes.
You have to show up with quality every time and be timely. You know what I mean? Because if you don't have consistency, you want to consider your YouTube channel like a television channel. You know, it's way different than it was in the beginning. We come on here and we expect a certain thing. It's not like any other platform, except you do have shorts now, and it's kind of mimicking platforms, but still YouTube is that place where you want to show up and show out. So always give 110% when you're on YouTube, and don't let me saying that discourage you from getting on YouTube in the first place. You can make a great quality video with your cell phone. You just need to make sure you're getting better at least 1% each time, you know, because you're going to keep getting better as you go on. You're going to learn from your mistakes and stuff like that. But overall, get started and stay consistent.
Yeah. The consistency and the confidence is built through all the times that you have to re-record videos.
Facts.
Repetition.
Yep. I say that because y'all can hear it, you know, when I talk now. But like, I used to have like a really, really, really bad stuttering problem. Because my mind just be trying to talk as fast as whatever. Y'all hear it sometimes now. But when I first started online, I started in the information space, internet marketer. It was before like influence, you were just an internet marketer.
Right.
But I started, learning, email marketing, paid advertising, algorithms, marketing psychology, hooks, pattern interrupts, neuro-linguistic programming, all this stuff I started learning. And so I started creating content. And when I first got online, I created a video every single day for 30 days. The first video that I created, I had to record it 32 times before I could post it because I wasn't comfortable. But each time I had to re-record it, I had to watch it, then I re-recorded it. So that's 32 times that I practiced before one video. Yeah. Each time, of course, I got better at it, and there was a point in time where it was one take, that's it. That's all it took. Now 1-2 takes just because out of practice, but I had gotten it consistent. And that's where like that confidence is built, because being consistent ain't always easy. But going through that pain, going through that learning experience is going to build that confidence to continue being consistent, even in the times that you low, even in times where you spent a lot of time on a video to create it and you post YouTube and it didn't hit like you thought it was going to hit. Right. Because, and then you post a video that you like, okay, I'm just going to do this. And that video hit. Right. But going through that, building that consistency is going to build that confidence. And don't be afraid to record as many times as it takes, to re-record as many times as it takes, because I recorded 32 times to get one video. But everybody in the world only saw that one video. I was the only person that saw the other 31.
Man, the first video that I ever made, I was looking into the mirror with my digital camera at myself and recording the video that way. And that's the first video that's on my YouTube channel. So if you go from back then to now, you see the difference. Like, it was so bad. Like I had to private a lot of our videos because I was like, first off, our mental wasn't there. Like, what are we talking about? You know, and like, I mean, I was 18 at the time. I'm 34 now. So like a big difference. And it took some time to get to where I'm at, to even just be able to sit and talk in front of a camera. You don't feel comfortable. You feel dumb because you're just talking to a camera. But I'll tell you what, it's way easier learning how to talk in front of a camera than it is to talk in front of 5,000 people.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm on stage talking to people, I'm stuttering. You know, I'm like, I mean, I'll eventually do it, but like I'm sweating, bro. You know, I'm agitated.
Yeah.
So definitely it takes some time to get comfortable and just realize that we are our biggest critiques.
Yes.
Like nobody else is thinking what you're thinking.
Yes.
And like you're probably overthinking it. Like the goal is to just get started and do it. Like press the record button, do what you got to do, learn how to edit as you go, and then, you know, create the content that you want, because we all have our own voice. We all have something different to say. We're not thinking the same thing. And, you know, somebody might resonate with what you have to say and not with what Iggy has to say.
Right.
So we're all different learners. Don't overthink it. Just freaking do it.
Just freaking do it. Good one, Mogul. What we got next, bro?
And for Iggy, what one strategy can you that would you call your go-to, like, for paid ads at?
You saying like my go-to strategy when it comes to paid ads?
This is my ultimate strategy. This is one I go to. I know if I do this one, it's going to hit. Or have the highest probability of hitting.
I got to really tell them? I got to really give that info?
One of them.
It's a secret.
All right, cool. One of my go-to strategies is to have a video that is either pertaining to whatever it is that you're marketing, but your goal is to get leads, not sales. Your goal is to get leads to build your database, because that's an asset that you can sell. We'll talk about that. But taking a video that's 30 seconds or less, either heavy on comedy and giving them a call to action, or very direct and informative. And with that video, you're running lead ads. You're going to be able to develop leads, and then you having a back-end follow-up system when it comes to email to actually sell your product. That's a go-to, and I recommend that for anybody. A lead-driven ad that's 30 seconds or less, either heavy on information or heavy on comedy. The first 3 seconds of that video is going to be where, you heard me say earlier, pattern interrupt. You hear us talk about, you see the hook of getting your hooks together. Your hook is to get people, bring them in, interrupt their pattern of scrolling, get them to stop, and then use that to drive leads, and then have you a follow-up system of at least 10 days to 15 days of email follow-ups to follow up with them to actually sell whatever product or service, book an appointment you have. This is something that you can do. All of this outside the paid advertising aspect with our backend.io technology. You can set up your landing page. You can set up your email capture. You can set up your email follow-ups. You can set up your product or your appointment booking. You can track the conversions. Everything you need to do can be done on backend.io, but that would be my go-to for any business. Focus on getting leads, and I'm gonna say that any day, all day, every day. Either you giving and you focus on building a lead database, or you have a very, 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 very low end product that people can purchase from you to build a customer base. You've seen us do this with a number of different products. Some of you get emails from me every single day, right? You get an email from Iggy in our database, but the thing is, if we decided that we wanted to leverage that database or sell that database to another company who is in the same niche or talking about similar things, we could do that, because that is an asset, which is why I recommend going this route with advertising, because you're going to pay to build your list that you can continue to market to, and you're going to be lead driven. You can run this forever, and whatever you're selling on the back end, you can email and keep up with them. And you can email them when you're going live. You can email them when you're having a free training. You got a book dropping, whatever the case may be. But that would be my go-to. A video, 30 seconds or less, heavy on information or heavy on comedy that pertains to your niche and what it is you're offering, and that going to a lead capture page and an email follow-up system, 10 to 15 days to actually sell your product, service, or book an appointment.
Nice.
And there you have it. There you have it. From one of the greatest himself.
You did. Hey, Mogul, guess what? I got a book coming out.
Let's go.
Hey, y'all, so check this out. I got to say this, and I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to shout it from the mountaintops. I don't care if y'all get annoyed. I got a book coming out. It's a book myself and Dr. Jake wrote. And we doing a live training to officially launch the book on April 20th through the 24th. And knowing me and Jake, it's probably going to be like 25th, 26th, maybe even the 22nd, 7th, just depending on how much information. But you can go to buybillsellrepeat.com. Again, buybillsellrepeat.com. Purchase your ticket to the 4-day plus live training with myself and Dr. Jake. And this literally teaches you how to play the essentially the real estate game with businesses, buying businesses, building them, selling them for profit, taking the cash and being able to grow from there. I talked about when we were talking about earlier the transition for Nokia, right? We talk about what that process probably look like and most likely look like for them through buying businesses, building business. You don't got to start from scratch. You don't have to start over every single time. You can build a business that you love, what it is you love, what it is you're passionate about, and you can leverage that cash flow, not to stunt, not to splurge, not to enhance your lifestyle, but then go and invest or acquire other businesses that then can set you free. Because one thing I heard Dr. Jake say today in a meeting was, you got a business that's doing $250,000 a year and you don't got to touch it, it's better than any real estate that you can potentially do ever, because of the gains. And people talk about real estate. You're like, they ain't gonna make no more land. You gotta get in land. Well, business is always gonna be here. There's always gonna be some type of business, no matter what niche it's in, no matter what country you go to. Business is gonna business, it's gonna business, it's gonna business. So just like the real estate game gonna be here, the business game gonna be here, because when you get into real estate, you start building it, you start building a real estate business. And just because you're good at real estate don't mean you're going to be good at real estate business. Just because you're good at marketing don't mean you're going to be good at a marketing business. I mean, just because you're good at video editing don't mean you're going to be a good video editing business. So business is going to always be here. So playing the game by building and selling businesses and learn how to rinse and repeat that process is going to be big. Again, April 20th through the 24th, live with myself and Dr. Tayler Jacobs. buybillsellrepeat.com. Go ahead and get your tickets before the price increases. With that being said, Mogul, you got anything else for him?
No, sir.
Well, I apologize that Dr. Jake couldn't make it today, but he handling business because, we practice what we preach. So we buy, building, and selling, and we're going to repeat that process. So I love you, and ain't nothing you can do about it. See you next week. Peace.
Let's buy some land and build a family, that's a grown-up flex. Let's see a black man winning and get so upset. This is generational, inspirational, integrative though, on the rise vertically.